Hello everyone, welcome again to my blog. Today we'll take a look at my IronJawz collection army, well, mostly IronJawz. There will be some orcs, well, whatever. Anyway, some other models involved. Simply boys that I used to play alongside my IronJawz. Well, sometimes they been a part of a destruction army actually, but anyway, if you watched my previous battle report, there is another battle coming, and there is a possible let's just call it RPG output that I will be using my IronJawz. Therefore I thought to myself, well, I will take them out of the box, I mean quote unquote box, and well, since I'm doing it, I may as well share with you what I have. What is it? I got a few conversions. Maybe some of you will be interested in the look of iArmy. So, well, take a seat, enjoy, and well, let's begin. So here's my first unit. First, I mean, this is the very first thing I painted for IronJawz when they first appeared. I loved the figures. I mean, I still love them. This is, I believe, this is the very first guy I did. He's rather nice, I would say. Anyway, I painted them. I used the yellow scheme, although the yellow is not so prominent as on the Games Workshop miniatures, but well, still there. I just think that orcs should be, like, you know, beaten and buttered, so there are scratches, some rust, and you know, this kind of stuff. Lots of colors. I think they look great. Well, here it is, the biggest model in the collection. Obviously, it's a Orc Mega Boss on Mole Crusher, or Cabbage, as we call it here. I believe it's an international name. Well, anyway, I painted it, well, you probably have seen the movie. It's like on the Warhammer YouTube channel. You know, this is really from the scheme, it's from there. Well, I magnetized the miniature so I can, no, I don't know, actually I wanted to, you know, base this guy as a single model, but well, didn't see any point in it, since I got myself the guy on foot as well. Yeah, I magnetized the whole miniature so I can give him, like, you know, 2 axes if I want to put him as a include him in a list as a Gordrak. Yeah, there you go. Well, recently I had an accident. The whole thing just fell to the ground and, well, detached itself from the base. Therefore I can show you the base. Well, nothing happened to the miniature, thank God. So yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, the Green Stuff World, the roller pin for the road, and the sculpture is like from the Beastman, the big set, and some, you know, the rubble is made out of Styrodor. So yeah, obviously I need to glue it back together before any battle happens. Yeah, I think it turned out really nice, actually. Yeah, there's one unfinished, you know, the left shoulder pad is still not really finished. I just can't, I don't know, well, it's not finished. I mean, you can see there are no scratches on it. That looks kind of weird. Well, anyway. Okay, here's an interesting dude, I think. This is my Mega Boss. I mean, I made him, well, because I like, you know, utilizing old stuff. So this is a Dragon Moon miniature. I mean, the body and the hands. I mean, apart from the hand with the sword. But the arms are the Dragon Runes. There are some bits on it from the Mega Boss on the Mole Crusher, right? I just wanted to make this guy look a bit more like an IronJawz. Dude, I think he does look okay. Well, the head is from the 40k Orc, actually. So yeah, he's kind of nice, and he's big actually. So when you compare it to the brute, yeah, you can see that he's like of the mega boss stature, I would say. So yeah, this guy being big, uh, he's still like, nothing when you compare to the actual Games Workshop Megaboss, which is much bigger. I mean, well, it's not that taller, but he's like, huge in terms of size. So yeah, I honestly love this miniature. I think it's wonderful. Again, it's magnetized for God know why actually I did that. I magnetized this the base because there was the time when when I was still carrying my miniatures in in the sponges and cases like that. Right now, I'm not doing that anymore, so this is pretty pointless. But well, still, anyway. Again, same scheme. Sort of. I added a bit red. To go along with the beaten look of metal, the yellow and some rusty stuff. Honestly, I think it's a wonderful miniature. I'm still thinking about getting like another one and converting him to look, well, I don't know, different. Yeah, I might be thinking about changing the base. I mean, I think it's pretty nice. It just looked too elvish, if you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, it's like I went to town with all the, foliage. Okay, some more heroes. Obviously, it's a war chanter, and well, what's his name? Weird Knob Shaymin. Okay, it's a pretty. I mean, stock figures. I mean, I didn't include some of the armor and spikes for the war chanter. I just like him this way. I just put some green stuff on the holes. I mean, where his nipples should be. And other than just painted it, obviously. The weird knob, it's totally stock. I didn't do anything. It's a wonderful miniature, actually. I didn't like the smoke at first, but well, all in all, I like the way he looks. I mean, the cape, it could use still some help, some work actually. But well, when he stands on the table from the 3 feet, it looks rather well. Okay, and here's some old stuff and some, well, again, interesting stuff, I think. Well, this is Nazgûl, right? The Orc Shaymin from the old world. So I was using him with the IronJawz before I got myself the original Weird Nub Shaman. So I, put him a bit higher so he could be like visible among all those big brutes. Well, it's not really finished. I was planning for some, cool stuff on the base, but well, I didn't. And this guy is. There was a time when you could use with IronJawz the Black Orcs. They were still there. They have the IronJawz keyword, and there was the IronJawz. Black Orc boss. It costed like 100 points, and it was pretty okay hero. You could use it alongside the Mega Boss. But it was obviously much cheaper, so it was cool. So I made this one. It's again Dragon Rune miniature. The shield is made out of balsa and plastic art. The arms are brute, and the head is again a 40k orc. I made some, in order to position him like that, I had to like do the neck. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a bit longish, but yeah, it doesn't really look bad, right? No, I like the miniature. I'm so sad that I cannot use him anymore. And he's awesome, but I'm gonna use him in some other system, I think, pretty soon. Actually, I already have an idea. So. And well, here are some Gore Grunters. Yeah, like everyone else, probably. I wasn't really sure about those miniatures when they first appeared, but I kind of got used to them. They are pretty cool. Well, should have better rules though. Well, right now they are actually, I think the best unit that the IronJawz can put on the field, which is not much actually still, but yeah. Okay, so I painted this like if the three of them were. I mean, they were not painted as a six model unit. I painted three in my usual. Yeah, you can almost see it, right? Zoom. Yeah, this dark green scheme, but yet you could have. I mean, you've seen it on the Mega Boss that I also use right now, sort of like an olive tone of green. I just wanted to add some variety to my orcs, and I thought, I mean, why not? They don't have to be all green the same way. So yeah, you can hear on this guy that he is like a bit different when it comes to greenish tones. Other than that, they are, you know, pretty much the same as the rest to match it. I mean, you know, some scratches, some yellow, this kind of stuff. I could probably use like another 3, but you know, honestly, I put in hold on buying anything IronJawz. If they fix the army, maybe I'll buy it. But right now, I'm just gonna use whatever I have. Okay, and some more brutes, 10 of them. This time they are with two-handed weapons, since I thought that you know, they can fight from 2 rows. These were painted, you know, faster, so they are not as finished as the previous one. I mean, they're finished, you know. I mean, tabletop ready, as I call it. They look nice, actually. I think. Again, they're like 2 skin tones: the dark one, the green one, like this one, and the olive one. To mix them up. Yeah, as you can see on this guy with the what's the name of the weapon? Gore Chopper, right? Yeah, there was a time it was valid, like, to put like a big mobs of them. Speaking of Gore Chopper, I just came to a conclusion that I don't want to have 3 identical looking weapons, so I, you know, used some plastic card and created, well, this. I'm not entirely happy with it, but well, it doesn't look bad. It's just, you know, from some angles, it's just too flat. I mean, you know, it looks a bit like a Klingon butler, right? But yeah, it's a bit flat in some spots, but it adds some variety, so it's okay, I guess. I don't remember using really recently these guys. I'm using like a 5 brutes because it's a terrible unit right now. I mean, they don't do much and they cost a lot. Well, I don't know if you agree with me on that. Well, it depends who you play against, as always. And here are some old good art boys, aka Black Orcs. These guys were Black Orcs. I mean, they were based on a square basis, and using pliers and then hammer I rebased them. Yeah, so this guy is obviously from the plastic set, and there are some metal guys. You know, the older version, when they were like only like they all look the same, right? I mean, there was this metal. There was this metal edition of those guys with the 2-handed weapons as well. They look kind of weird because they held to their weapon in a weird way. Anyway, yeah, this is a metal one. I actually clipped the weapons from all those guys, and I wanted to make some shielded dudes. I started to make some round shields, but in the end I came to a conclusion that the original shield that was with the plastic kit is the best. I need to get like more of those shields and make some more. Yeah, and this is an honor guest. You know, it's an old metal big one. I just changed his banner, right? I mean, right now he's carrying this, and he's like you know, honor guest. And yeah, and that's pretty much it about these guys. And yeah, these are the guys from the Warhammer Underworld, Shadespire. I don't really play the game anymore, because, okay, well, never mind, I don't play it, but I like the miniatures, I like them very much, actually. I mean, they're kind of big for art boys, and I actually never used them as such. I mean, they cost like 80 points if you want to put them in the Age of Sigmar IronJawz army, so they might be useful, cheap, to hold two objectives or such. But usually everything in the IronJawz is so damn expensive that you usually don't get this 80 points to spare. So I never played them, still like them very much. The yellow I use them is a little bit, I mean, it's more prominent than the other miniatures, and I actually like it. Okay, here is something interesting again. At least I think it's interesting. It's in my Orc Warboss, right? Made from the kit of the Orc Warboss for a Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Okay, it's as you can see, it's converted. Well, the shield is made out of balsa plastic card, and you can see the skull. I mean, I went totally mad with it. It's sort of like a Warhammer Online vibe, because some things looked like that in there, and I loved it. Other than that, it's a bits and pieces from different kits, some on the ogres, some giant stuff. The painting is pretty dated on him, but honestly, I just like him. I rebased him like some time ago, a year or so, and he did play some. Right now, well, not so much, but I still think it's a wonderful guy, and I'm sure I'm going to use him somewhere. And here are some more orcs to go with the boss I just showed you. Well, these are just totally stock boar boys. I think these are wonderful models. Well, as many of the Games Workshop actually, but I like them very much. I think they are 10 times better than the Gore Gruntus. I really hope they're gonna get back into action one way or another. So I rebased them some time ago, and they took part in a little campaign that we played. They did terribly because they are terrible right now. I mean, if you don't want to, I don't know. There is this rule right now. I mean, it last the General's Handbook that you can put like many of them, but still, I don't think they are a valid choice for any army. As an addition to IronJawz, no, I don't think so. They are just terrible stats. They don't do anything, really. I mean, yeah, apart from dying. Okay, and here are some Savage Orcs, Bone Splitters, right? I used them like a couple of times when the Age of Sigmar was young, and Bone Splitter tomes were already out. I thought they were a good chaff, like 2 wounds, and not very expensive. I rebased them. They were, like I said, they used to play in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle. There was this time when it was a good idea to put like big squares of these guys, like 30 at least. So yeah, I think I do have like 30 of them, but I rebased just 10 of them, and they did play. They seen some action. They did well, so. Still, again, nice models, very open, if you know what I mean. I mean, compared to the previous old plastic set, these are like not so gorilla-like. and that's pretty much it. That's what I'm using sort of like right now and what I used before. So there's one more thing I would like to mention when it comes to IronJawz. I suppose everyone knows that this is not a very strong army. Never was, actually. I was doing okay at the beginning, before the General's Handbook. I mean, at least before 2018, if I remember correctly. Right now they got a little bit better now. because of the possibility of using WoW like multiple times, and putting some really big amount of attacks on the orcs. But still, this is not an army, honestly. This is like a beginning of an army, because only a few units, and I'm just honestly tired, thinking about how to put those units into use. I would like to see some update, and well, right now I think we will get an update finally, but I'm kind of worried about what sort of update it's going to be. Recent updates to the tomes like Flesh Eater Courts and First Layers just got me worried, because I really don't care for this kind of update when you don't get anything new, apart maybe from like one model, a few spells, endless spells, and some terrain. And there you go, and so magically your army is being transformed into a killer one, like the Flesh Eater Courts. But you should use like a one list. I mean, come on. Games Workshop, come on. I'm sure you can do better, right? The sky is the limit when it comes to new units for any of those armies, for IronJawz especially. Especially for any of those, like I said. So I don't really know what would be the reason not to update, not to add some new units. I would be okay if they merge it with the orcs, but still, I want some new IronJawz units and a new tome that will, create some mumbo jumbo and transport my army into top tier. I don't really care about this. I don't care about destroying, other players. I want to play with them, have a variety of units. What do you guys think about this? Do you agree with me, or are you just, happy with the kind of update that the Flesh Eater Courts got and the First Layers? I don't know about the First Layers, but there's a killer release for Flesh Eater Courts. So again, I don't care for this. I don't know if I'll be playing IronJawz if this is the kind of update they'll get. Again, I would like you to comment, because I'm curious what you guys think. And that's pretty much it for now. So take care, and till the next time. Bye.